Hi, my name is Imani and this is day one of my digital diaries where I'm gonna kind of be showcasing my daily or weekly thought processes around making music, making art, and more so the things that frighten me on a day-to-day basis and plague me most of the time. This isn't gonna be heavily focused on the experiment itself. It's just more going to be the context behind it. I feel like there's a lot that goes through my head but doesn't get put in the videos, and I think this is going to be like a little timestamp or little way that I can check in with myself first and foremost, but second for anyone else who may want to hear. Now, if you're a new viewer and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go watch my series. I go a little bit more into the details of that, but now I've got this little reference book. So I don't know if it's the internet age, I don't know if it's the social media age, but what I'm finding more and more is that artistry is dying. I think social media is really interesting these days because I don't know if it's the hijacking of our attention, but quite often, more than not, we don't give ourselves permission to sit and have an idea and write that idea down and build a context and a world around that idea. What I see people do more and more nowadays is, even if they do have good ideas or things that, bring forth a unique perspective or their unique perspective, they tend to pop that to the side and go forth and do stuff that people are already doing. And I think artistry and creativity is having to combat with influx of content and being able to just be in people's faces all the fucking time. I found that for me, I have to take a mental effort and an active step to unplug from social media when it comes to my relationship with my art. I find that when I am scrolling all the time, I'm absorbing shit I don't need to see or hear. I'm absorbing shit that's influencing how I see my own art, how I interact with my own art, and how I go forth with bringing my visions to life. People are seeing what works, jumping on that bandwagon, doing it again, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but there's this disparity in terms of what has been shared. There's a lot of the same stuff being shared, but not a lot of the unique stuff. My mum's gonna walk in. Best believe my mum's gonna walk in. No? I have a feeling. Now, I've always been weirded out by my voice. I'm not a fan of my voice. And I think most people don't really like their voice, but I don't look like my voice. I have had to come to terms with that, and I know in this day and age it's probably better than as opposed to like 20 years ago, but like sometimes I feel like I sound like a little girl. But I think that what makes us unique is the weirdness, is the ugliness, and even in terms of the things that we write about, it's the ability to really stretch to the ends of yourself to reveal some potentially ugly shit, to then start to lean into your weird. And I think when you then do that, you start to lean into your perspective, which I think is more valuable than anything else. It seems that more than not, we live in a world that rewards quality over the journey, or the context behind what was awfully a painful and long process. I decided 1 year ago that I wanted to document my whole process of making an album, but with one giant caveat. And that was, I have no experience making music professionally. I have absolutely no teeth in the game, no skills. I think I really wanted to do this because I was honestly and earnestly a beginner. But I think that there's a beauty in showing the fact that you're new, you don't know anything, but you still care nonetheless. I believe there's something so earnest about owning how you feel. I never wanted to be too cool for music or too blasé about just how much this all affects me. There's this pejorative undertone nowadays with actually caring about things. Everyone is so nonchalant, and I wanted to really shatter that tendency. This means something, it has to mean something. And in a world that punishes you for feeling too much. Always choose to feel more. Sorry about my hair if it's messy. I'm African. I actually mentioned that I had loved New Zealand so much that I wanted to move back. Well, here we fucking are. I am in New Zealand as of right now. I lived in Australia for nearly up to 20 years, but coming back I just felt so at home. I felt so connected to this journey, to this experiment even more, because I've always been like someone who's up here in my head, and it's been always very loud and very chaotic. But I actually felt like for the first time, like I belonged somewhere. It didn't feel like I was hyper aware or hyper conscious of the room that I was in. It was just like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, let's do it. Quite often, more than not, I'm always scanning the room. I'm always thinking about, where are the nearest exits? What do I do in an emergency situation? Do people actually want me to be here? I'm always very high alert. So I just got back from my graduation ball, but let's do a recap. I'm not gonna lie, probably would have been better if I just didn't go. I don't know, I just felt like that was the last place that I want to be. I know that sounds so bad and it sounds fucking stuck up, and if anyone from my graduating class sees this, it's hard not to get offended, but I suppose it's not a thing with the people itself, but what's the best way to put it? There are rooms that I definitely want to be in. There are people that I definitely want to compare myself to. But it's like there's rooms that are made for you, and then there's rooms that are just rooms, and you happen to be in them. I'm not in any way, shape or form commenting on anything other than the fact that numerous times I was wondering if that was a room I wanted to be in. Or if maybe my heart would beat faster if I was in a different room. I became really hyper aware and hyper conscious of the fact that I was there, and I think that's what was kind of And then I got to have lots of chats with Ben, and then he was talking about, people he's worked with in the past, and I'm like, we're all the same. We all feel similar things. We feel at the same type of capacity, and I, for once, never felt like I was too much for something anymore. I actually felt like I belonged to a pack, like I was finding my tribe. Without trying to be too self-loathing, I've always felt like I've painfully stuck out, but also been invisible at the same time. And I think that was such a liberating experience, to the point I was like, fuck it, I'm getting out of here, Australia, and I'm going to New Zealand. And I don't know if it was a great idea. I've only been here for about 4 days, so I'll get back to you on that one. But I don't think it is. I think something felt right, and this is the first time I've felt in a long time, and I'm gonna follow it.